Hey, hello everybody. Welcome aboard. Welcome back to Sherry's Metaphysical Corner at Energy Work Studios. Well, it's been a while. It's been a long year. I don't know if any of you follow me on Facebook or my newsletter that I put out each month, but if you're interested in that, shoot me an email, energy4522@gmail, and I'll add you to that. But there's a lot of information that I want to cover today, and I'm here a little bit early, but I've just been pulling myself back together. I mean, many of you already know that, when my mom passed away, we were very, very, very close in life. And she did, after my dad passed away, came into dementia. And, I worked with her. I kept her at home. I refused to put her in a nursing home, and it was great. It was wonderful. I just couldn't love my mother more than I did. And it was wonderful to have her around me. She was good to me. This was payback. This was respect. This was payback. I was not putting her in a nursing home. So, it was a lot of work. I gave her only organic food for meals and organic supplements and so on and so forth. When she passed away, she was on no medication whatsoever. I did the emotion code, body code on her regularly every week. So, when she passed in her sleep in her home. I was so grateful. But it took me a while. It's been a year and a half, and it's been a roller coaster ride, because when you become very close to a parent, especially as close as her and I were, we were like best friends. So it was a little different than let's say, a parent. So it was just great. But anyway, it's taken me a while, and that's why I've been kind of up and down, not here, and then not doing live, and then doing live. Hello, I'm back, and I'm ready to go. I'm clairaudient, as many of you know, and my spirit team has been working with me and showing me the way. You're on the right path. You've learned a lot, and I'm incorporating a lot of emotion code, body code work from Dr. Bradley Nelson, Dr. Joe Dispenza. These are just greats. These are a couple of greats, and I just incorporate their work with what I'm doing, the higher realms, working with the quantum field. So as we begin today's segment, I'm going to go over a few things that are new for everybody. So let me just show you a couple of things. This is the aura, all right, that surrounds each human being, okay? Even animals have their own aura. So let me just see if I can do this without a glare. All right, let's try that. That's pretty cool. So everyone has one. Everyone, no exception. And they're 12 feet wide around your whole body. 6 feet, out this way. 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet in front, 6 feet in back, up, down, 6 feet all the way around you, okay? Your heart has its own field of energy, and that is 12 feet wide, believe it or not, okay? Its own field of energy, 12 feet, double the size of this, okay? Everyone has one. So I just wanted to show you something visual. A lot of people are asking me to go back to doing visuals, and they like those segments. So I wanted to make sure that I did that. So that's an aura. Every human being has one. I'm trying to give you the best shot that I can. So if you're standing really close to people, like if you're in an elevator or you're at the grocery store, you're going to pick up on someone else's stuff. If they're feeling off, you're going to be picking up on their stuff. So let's go here. This is the yin yang that I talk about so much. That comes from mom and dad. That's their energy. That's male and female energy. That's what yin yang is, male and female energy. So the yin energy that comes from your mom, see if I can find that, it's right here, comes from her heart center to you as a child, okay? To you as a child. Your dad, his energy is the yang energy. That comes from his heart center to you as a child. And then it fills our whole field of energy within us, all the chakra centers that you can see here. Yin energy, that is nurturing. Your right side, dad, yang energy, that's support. Now, just to give you an example, many people went through a lot of challenges growing up, whereas either the mother was off or the father was off emotionally, whether they were still living together in the home or not. So let's just say that we're going to use it. The mother was very depressed, very sad all the time, couldn't get out of her own way. Even if she wasn't bipolar and she was on a lot of medication, her yin energy, even though her and her significant other were not divorced, let's say they were together in the house, her yin energy was depleted. So the child, if there's more than one child in the family, the children are getting less, are getting less than the normal because she doesn't have it to give it. And we're going to take it a step further than that, go backwards, it's cyclical. And this is what I'm trying to teach. This is what my work is, my purpose is to help educate people so that we're becoming less and less judgmental because so many people are doing so many crazy things out there. Take a step back. Her mother may not have been there for her emotionally, okay? So she couldn't give her daughter what was needed. So in turn, when she had children, she couldn't give it to her children either because she was already depleted. Okay, so that's how it starts. And unless we're doing some kind of energy work, we can't release that junk in the trunk to help us back up again and elevate and look up. I mean, some people are so low, they can't even see up. That's how low they are. They can't even see up. That's really, really low frequency people. Same thing with the dad. If the dad is unavailable emotionally, and again, and I want to take that one step further as well. Male and females, for the last thousands of years, were suppressed and were taught. You know, men were taught one thing, women were taught another. Men can't cry. Men don't hug in public. Men don't push baby carriages down the sidewalks in public. All of those crazy things that men were forced to believe. Men were strong, you know, support. It's not about physical strength. Men have just as much emotion going on in their heart as females. And women on the other side were suppressed in another way. Certain things they couldn't do, not allowed to do because they were female. So that's what I'm trying to show you. We're educating ourselves now. We're learning to think outside the box, you know, in a positive way, not in a negative way, but in a positive way. So we can do better for the next generation coming in. So like if the parents were divorced, to give you that as an example, and the dad left, vacated the house for whatever reason, whether he was forced out or otherwise, and he's left. Oftentimes they don't get to see the children as often as they would like. Some just disappear altogether and they don't care because they have so many troubles of their own. Again, all of that starts cyclically. Step back. Go back to the next generation. What was his father like with him? Was he there? Was he absent? Was there support there emotionally? Or was he working 3 jobs? So even if he wasn't divorced, there was no support. Was he divorced and just not there at all, out of the picture altogether? There's a reason people are doing the things they're doing. We need to stop judging. And so that's why I wanted to make sure that I brought this picture of yin and yang energy. There's a reason. Somebody didn't do something to somebody else that was not right. Because somebody didn't do something not so right to their own parent. So I'm going to leave you with an example without leaving names. You know, this was a dear friend of mine, a boy of years and years ago. His parents were strange, very, very odd people. Well, I'll give you the history on that. They were very strange, odd people, his parents. They would have parties at the house, all kinds of parties, and they would be druggers and all kinds of stuff going on there, and the children were little. And they would let people touch them, do whatever they wanted. That's how out of the loop the parents were. Now, I want to take this one step backwards. The parents of these children, somebody did that to them. their parents. So do you see how it goes? Not justifying their behavior. That's not the point. The point is they have so much junk in their trunk of negative energy that they can't even see up. They can't even look up. We all know right from wrong, yes. But before you jump on that judging podium, know this. Some people are so low they cannot get out of their own way. They can't even see straight. They can't even look up. That's really low. And that's what's going on with some of these people that are doing such horrific, horrible things. Someone or more than one did some horrible, horrific things to these people. And they're so low, they want to throw themselves under the bus. They're so miserable. And they don't know what to do with themselves. Most of them want to commit suicide. Some do. So some turn into alcoholics or druggies. But there you go. That's the reason for a lot of the under junk that's going on with some people. All right. So that's the yin and yang. And I wanted to show that to you just so that you would have an opportunity to see where that comes from. And what is yin and yang anyway? It's male, female energy. It comes from mom and dad. Support and nurturing. All right. All right. So as we continue, enough about that. If anybody is feeling like they want to try the emotion code, I'm going to release some trapped energy. If you have some in your body and you're feeling pain anywhere in your body physically, or if you're feeling emotionally off, depressed, anxiety attacks, things like that, let me know. Step up. In the meantime, while we're waiting, I'll give you some more information. But for now, this is the book that I wrote 4 years ago, Change in Perception. You can read an excerpt from it if you go to my website, energyworkstudio.com. You can check it out. Go to the top of the page and click on my book. You can read an excerpt from it. You can also order the book from there as well if you're interested in the book. There you go. Okay. A change in perception. So there you have it. There's a lot of information in there. There's images in there of orbs. They follow me. They're all around me. Those are spirit team. As I've mentioned before, I am clairaudient. And they come through as just pure energy. That's what an orb is. Pure energy. And there's images in here of orbs that I took at different events. You know, I used to offer, I've done all kinds of different modalities in my day, and what brought me to now present day is the emotion code. And I'm going to show you. This is an image of an orb. They can take any shape, and that's in the book. That's just two of many in there. You can check it out. They take any shape. All right. Let's see if there's another one in here I can show you before I move on. Yeah, this was at a couple of events that I had gone to. It was a conference. And you can see I'm in the audience, and there's a huge orb directly in front of me, right next to the person directly in front of my chair. So I just snapped a shot. This was at a yoga studio. I used to offer crystal ball meditations all over New England, and this was what showed up at the end of the event. They were just hovering everywhere. And then this was at my home many years ago, and I took a picture of it. This is, it actually looked like it was snowing in my living room, if I can get close enough for you. It was incredible. So those are orbs, and there's many more, but I just wanted you to see that, you know, they're around us. All we have to do is tune into them and ask for help. They're not going to do anything unless we ask for help. That's how we get free will. If you need help, ask. They're there to help us. That's why they're part of our team. They're here to help us. And I thought I had another picture I wanted to show you, but I'm not really sure where I put it at this time. But all right, as we begin, I'm going to give you a little insight, a little information about, let's see. Let me just move this over a little bit. And let's see, we'll get rid of that. And all right, so I'm going to give you a little bit of insight about some people that I've worked on recently, some clients that I've worked on recently, just to give you an example of what's going on out there. Okay. One individual had a lot going on, and most of it was with her teeth. First molar, lower left side of her mouth. Okay, she had 11 trapped emotion layers, and then 10 trapped emotions in total. In other words, what a layer means is it's duplicated. 10 trapped emotions is duplicated 11 times. Okay. Central incisor tooth, she also had trapped emotion there. I found 14 trapped emotion layers, and one had duplicated, so there were 13 trapped emotions there. The lateral incisor tooth, only trapped emotions, no layering, so none of the 7 that I found had duplicated, so there was no layering. The canine tooth, lower right side, she had a lot of work. 36 trapped emotion layers were released from her system. And of the 36 layers, there were 20 in total. So of those 20, just so I'm going to sound redundant here, but of those 20, she had 36 duplicate. That's what a layer is. 36 times it duplicated. All right. Different ones. Added up to 36. First molar, lower right side. 27 total trapped emotion layers again, okay? And then 19 trapped emotions of the 27. There were 19 of them in total. 27 of them duplicated. Second bicuspid, upper right tooth. Now, how many times do you hear about people having things going on with their teeth? Not many people are doing that. 19 total trapped emotion layers. In other words, they were duplicates. 15 in total trapped emotions we found in that one tooth. Now, this is in each one of these teeth. 15 trapped emotions. 19 of them duplicated, creating layers. And then she also had, her heart had trapped emotion surfacing, triggering imbalances in her body. She just couldn't figure out why. She was so up and down and emotional and sad, and heart organ, very strong. The heart organ is very strong, so we have to make sure we take care of it. So she had a total of 17 trapped emotion layers, of which 15 in total. So she had 2 that duplicated, making it 17 layers. So that's just one. Let me see if I can get you something else here. Hang on. There's a couple of people that I saved information for you, so I could just at least give you examples. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, they're down here. Here we go. I work on children. I work on animals. And if you go to my website, you can read many testimonials. Now, I worked on this little boy, and he is only 10 years old. This one in particular, I've got many different that I work on and I have been working on for a few years. But this one in particular, I just thought I'd pull this one up. His immune system was down. When your immune system is down, there's 4 areas in your body that I check with a body evaluation. Immune system, brain percent of messages reaching organs and glands, high percent of messages reaching body tissue, and your light score. We all have a spirit within us. It's the exact duplicate of this. Exact duplicate, but it sits behind us. It's like sitting in the back seat, but it's there with us. It doesn't get tired. It's not anything like the physical being. When we go to sleep at night, it's wide awake. It steps out, roams the earth. So that's your spirit within you. So this little boy I worked on, his immune system was really low. And this is the areas that I found. Now, when we're checking to find, we're using the body code. When we're working on organs and glands, we're using the body code aspect of this. And let's see if I can show you this on here, just quickly show you what that looks like. Okay. Yeah, that's the body code. So if you can see that, just give me a shout out and let me know that you can see it. Oh yeah, I can see that. So that's the body code without it being over here, over there, there we go. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the glare is unfortunate. I'm so sorry. So now you can see it. And there's 6 topics. As you can see, there are 6 buttons. So anytime we push one of these, it's going to bring us to another set of topics. And that is how thorough this work is. It's incredible. That's why I switched up to this. There's 1,000 topics in this work that we can find energies that are off, or organs and glands, tissues, bones, and more that are off balance. And why are they off balance? That's what the body code end of this does. Looks for that underlying root cause. So as we get back to this young boy, these are the areas that were off. Now, when we are asking, what is the underlying root issue going on with this young boy's immune system? Why is it off? What's the underlying root issue going on there? With him, I found, again, tooth. Right lower canine tooth was off. So I asked, okay, is there attractive motion here? I got a no. This is muscle testing. This is a yes. This is a no. For any of you that are informed about kinesiology muscle testing, this is a yes. This is a no. I use fingers. You can use many different. You can use the sway test if you're standing straight up and down. You can use the sway test. You can use the arm. This is a yes. This is a no. So I kind of like the fingers. It's nice. It's easy. It's simple for people to see. And his central incisor tooth was off. So I asked, is there an underlying root issue going on here? And what we're looking for is, was there something triggering that, or was there attractive motion triggering that? So we asked, is attractive motion triggering this? I got a no. Okay, so is there an underlying root issue going on here? I got a yes. So that's what AI means, associated imbalance. So we keep looking through his body. I came up with the governing meridian. Now that's the largest meridian in your body, and that's the one that we work with. That's Chinese medicine. And it starts here, goes up over the crown and down the full length of your back. And we're using muscle testing, but we're also, once we find what's going on, your fingertips are magnetized. Now you can either use a magnet, a very expensive magnet, or you can use a cheap refrigerator magnet, just so that you are aware. You can use either. One is magnetized, okay? Or you can use your fingertips. Your fingertips are magnetized. I just use my fingertips. And we swing 3 or 4 times, 5 times, with the intention is important, with the intention to release whatever it was we found at the very end. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we asked, did we release it? Yes. So as we kept going, I asked, okay, was there another underlying root issue going on there that we needed to look into? And I got a yes. So I looked for that, and it was a large intestine meridian on the left side of his body, because meridians are on both sides. So we rebalanced that. But I asked, is there attractive motion here? I got a yes. So all of those organs that we just talked about were all upset and unhappy and stressed because there was attractive motion caught that he picked up at age 5. He's been carrying it around. He's 10 now. He's been carrying it around for 5 years, and it grows. We keep adding more anxiety frequencies to his body if we don't release them. So thank God he's got wonderful parents that work with him. So we released the trapped emotion of anxiety. And then we went back into each one of the 4 organs that were off and rebalanced them, every one of them. Set the intention, rebalancing the large intestine meridian lovingly. 1, 2, 3. Successful, we do that after every single one. So that was how we raised his immune system. And at the end, I asked, were we able to successfully release all the underlying root issue going on in his system that was triggering it to be less than 100%? We go to yes. We brought it back up to 100%. So that was just another example for you. So let's see, what else do I have here for you? That was the little boy of 10. So what we have now. I have somebody that had a lot of stuff going on in her spine. Okay, and I'm sorry, not a female, this is a male also. The last one was a boy. This is a full-grown male. This gentleman is in his 60s and had lower thoracic vertebrae, T10, yang linking meridian on the left side, gallbladder, lumbar vertebrae L4, adrenal gland right side. Ridiculous. And all of these, let me see if there's any exceptions before I say that. Yeah, every single one of these areas in his body were all upset and imbalanced because of trapped emotion caught. So let me just give you a quick rundown. The lower thoracic vertebrae, T10, that had 6 trapped emotions, and it had duplicated 7 times. So there were 7 layers. Yang linking meridian was off on the left side. Had a total of 7 trapped emotions, but duplicated 9 times, so it had 9 layers. The gallbladder had 7 trapped emotions, 8 trapped emotion layers. In other words, duplicates. Okay, so the lumbar vertebrae L4 was off. 11 trapped emotions were throwing it off, but it had duplicated 18 times. So of those 11 that we found, some of them in there duplicated, had them 2 and 3 times in the course of life. We released them, balanced out the gallbladder. And the adrenal gland on the right side was imbalanced. 19 trapped emotions, 22 total layers. So in other words, it had duplicated 22 times. Different trapped emotions that we found had duplicated. And when you find an organ that has 2 of them, like adrenal glands, kidneys, or meridians, anything that has 2, one on either side of the body, you have to do both. If the right side is off, because the right side is your backup. So you balance out the right side, but then you go back to the left. And also, even if it's not, you go in and rebalance and reset it is what you're doing. You're just resetting it, not so much rebalancing. You're resetting the left side. So we did the adrenal gland on the right side for him. But then we also went to the left adrenal gland that wasn't imbalanced, but we reset it because it was working harder than it needed to because the right side was off. And the right side, when there's 2 of something, is your backup. So if the backup is off, the left is going to be hurting, working hard. All right? So as we continue, I think that's all the examples of different people anyway. So let me just give an example of what a heart wall is. That if you're here and you can hear me, all I need you to do is just acknowledge that. Just acknowledge that you're here, yes, and I can hear you just fine. And then we'll continue. Let me give you a little info about the heart wall. Now, a lot of people have been asking me about that. What is that? A lot of new people coming on board. That's why I've been really busy, conferences, and I'm trying to think of the word. I lost the word, but conferences anyway, it covers it all. But a heart wall, people that have chronic anxiety or PTSD or depression, typically that's a heart wall issue. So an example of that is someone that has a heart wall can affect it. If somebody has a heart wall, it can affect the body in 2 ways. Okay, so let me give an example here of how that can happen. I'm just looking back and forth to see if there's any participants here. Nobody's stepped up yet, but that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that people knew I was coming back in live again. I didn't walk away from you. I had other things going on in my own life that I was definitely working through with the loss of my mom, and lots of busy conferences and people contact me to do events and so on and so forth. So, but I'm here. I'm not going to give this up. So these are the two ways that it can affect your body. First up, heart wall can interfere with the free flow of heart energy to the brain and then throughout the body. The heart, it's been proven, has a brain in it, and that the brain in the head obeys messages from the brain in the heart. So when there's coherence here, when the brain and the heart are signaling together, there's coherence. You have this, okay? When they are in sync, there's coherence. And then they can send out a signal of positive information to the quantum field. That's what we're working with. Secondly, if there's a heart wall, it interferes with the ability to fully open your emotional heart to others and manifest abundance in your life, in love or anything. Any kind of abundance. It's not just about finances. It interferes with that. Also interferes with us being able to work on the body to help balance it because that heart wall's in the way. Believe it or not, it's capable of generating 60 to 1,000 times more power in electromagnetic energy than the brain. Take that in. Isn't that unbelievable? The heart is very important. It makes it the most important organ in the body. So the heart has a brain, as I mentioned, and that is what we need to listen to. It's feeling. It feels things. Okay? That's the language of the body. Emotions. Take that in. So when there's a disconnect between the two, the brain and the heart, we're out of sync. There's no coherence. When the circuits cancel each other out, we want to try to bring the circuits together now and open new circuits by clearing the body. So each time somebody has an experience that's either something traumatic, the subconscious automatically sets up another layer of trapped emotion where it has created a heart wall. The subconscious automatically creates this heart wall when we've experienced something that's really difficult, traumatic, challenging. The heart wall, in the holistic sense, it refers to a barrier of emotional energy that we build, that the subconscious sets up as a means to protect one's heart from further heartache and heartbreak. And it does do that. It does a great job doing that. But in the process, unfortunately, it holds everything down. And that is the reason we need to release a heart wall. And believe it or not, 95% of people have one. They don't even really realize that they have it. They're so accustomed to being down and low, they don't realize they have a heart wall that's blocking everything. So, kind of like the aura image that I showed you earlier. See that field of energy around? Let me just pull this up a little bit larger. Hang on. And here it is. Okay. Lost you guys. Hang on a minute. I'll be back. There it is. The aura, it's similar to this. You have a sphere of energy just like this around your heart that's wider than this. Wider, if you can believe that. It's only around your heart, and it's wider than this 6-foot field. It's 12 feet. So when that's blocked, no information is getting through your body, and you're feeling that. And you don't even realize that's what's going on with you, but you're feeling that. That's what brings on lack of communication and depression and anxiety and so on and so forth, physical pain. So, I just where I left off here. So the heart, physically and emotionally, plays a critical role in keeping the body functioning properly and your emotions in check. So it's important to take care of business. Keep the heart functioning. Get that heart wall released. So this is critical from a traditional health standpoint. Diet and exercise is number one. That's awesome. But also equally as important is the energy work that we do on the body now. Can't walk away from that anymore, because people are looking for alternatives. They're looking for, I'm not getting any help. I'm not getting any relief. Taking all this medication from my doctor. I don't know where to go, what's going on. They're at their end, and they're looking for something else. So that's why I do these free events, offer people samples for free. It gives them an opportunity to try something and say, oh my God, this is awesome. Okay, yeah, I can do this. Okay. It's a start. We have to help each other. Unless we're willing to help each other, where are we going to go? We've got no place to go but down. So part of caring for our heart's energy is to determine whether or not we put up a heart wall. Determine whether we put up a heart wall. So it's powerful. This work shows us how powerful the heart wall is, and how working to release it ensures that the heart is free to be in sync with the brain again and in coherence with the body. So the subconscious knows everything about an individual. It's like a computer chip in your body. And every single human being has one. It knows all information from challenging experiences, thoughts, good or bad, surgeries you had, accidents, and more, drugs you took, whether they're recreational drugs or prescription, ups and downs, anything. The conscious mind can't hold it all, but the subconscious does. It knows absolutely everything, and that's why we tune in as practitioners to that subconscious. We have to have permission to work with an individual. And we tune into that subconscious that has all that information, and we're simply asking for help. Okay, so what's going on with Joe Smith? Why does he have all this anxiety? What's happening? And then it's going to show us either trapped emotions in his body. If he's having a lot of hip pain or a lot of stomach problems, there's probably trapped emotion caught there, and we can release it. And if it's deeper than that, then we use the body code. So the emotion code is just to help release trapped emotions in the body. And this is the chart that we use. There's 60 trapped emotions here, okay, that we work with. And then this here are the organs and glands that bring these trapped emotions in the body. They attract them. So these two organs and glands here, this would be the heart and the small intestine. Let me get my pencil here, my trusty pencil. They cannot pull in these. So you can see, they cannot pull in these frequencies. They only pull in these frequencies. Same thing with this down here. These organs and glands, kidney and bladder, can only pull in these 10, because there's 5 in each cell block. They pull in these. These two organs and glands cannot pull in, let's say, for example, these emotions stuck in the body. Cannot. Different frequency. Everything has a frequency, including emotions. Your organs and glands have a frequency. So when they come in, they can lodge anywhere, though. They can move around. But these are the organs and glands that bring them in initially. Okay? And that's what's going on with the system. So as we continue, just giving you a little bit more input on what is a heart wall. So, so I talked about the conscious mind not being able to hold all the information like a subconscious mind can. So it's here. A practitioner receives all the information in connecting with someone's subconscious. We can use muscle testing, kinesiology, and that's what I explained earlier. This is muscle testing. When we connect with the subconscious, that's a yes, this is a no. So when we ask, is there a trapped emotion at the kidneys? This is a no. Okay, so is there trapped emotion in the adrenals? That's a yes. So that's how we communicate with the organs and glands of an individual. It's not us. We don't know anything about these people or animals or children. We are communicating with the subconscious. So, and then we just release it using the governing meridian, as I spoke about earlier. Okay. So this is a separate space, and it's set up as a protection for the heart by the subconscious. When we experience really traumatic things, and they can be anything, divorce, could be your parents divorcing and you're only 5 years old. A little child is not equipped for all that emotion. They're not set up for that yet. They're not ready for all that yet. Staggers them, messes them up. So that's one challenge. Stress in the home messes up children, and we take that into our adult life. How about a job loss, death of a family member, death of a friend, death of a pet? They're part of the family. Moving away from your friends, especially if you have children and children are like in their teens and they're moving away from all their friends. That's real heartache, because now they have to make new friends, and they're in a foreign area. They moved halfway across the United States if you're here. So it's just traumatic. So the subconscious creates this automatically by shaving small amounts of energy from trapped emotions elsewhere, already in your body. And when I say that, what I mean is you can hold as many as 365 trapped emotions in your body at any given time. So they're just there everywhere, all over the place. Okay, trapped here, there, and everywhere. And that's what we connect with. So bringing it to the heart center as it's creating, it builds a wall around that heart using those 365 that are floating around in your body or stuck in organs and glands. Now, 95% of people have one and they don't even realize it because they've been down so long, they just think that's the norm. Now, in the book, I'm sure many of you have heard of this, The Secret. The theory is to change our thinking, and it is helpful, it's purposeful. It was a great book, but it's not 100% complete. Trapped emotions radiate their own signature vibration out to the universe when we have them in our bodies stuck. So the vibrations trapped are what we are attracting. So it's close. It's a little bit more to it. So like the aura around the body that's 6 feet, the heart's field is 12 feet wide. And when we have a heart wall, I've worked with people that have had them thousands of feet wide, hundreds of feet wide, some only 12 feet wide. Everyone's different. That's why I'm trying to have these educational segments and show people we need to stop judging. Something happened to that person that was horrible or yucky. But maybe most of it starts in our childhood. Somebody wasn't good to them, or somebody wasn't there for them as support when they were living at home. They've been on their own a long time, figuring it out. So this is not something that will release on its own through time. And it's for that reason many lead diminished lives, sad, unhappy, depressed, unhealthy. The body's in a lot of pain. The organs start to break down. They don't understand what's holding down the system. They go into depression. They have all of these abandonment issues, depression, fear, anxiety, and so many more. This is all what is stemming from having a heart wall. So as long as we have one in place, we're going to continue to attract more and more dense frequencies as time goes on, adding more and more layers, like I explained earlier with those few clients that I had as an example. Layers and layers. And that's just a small area of their body that we worked on. And it just keeps expanding. So as we get close to the end here, a heart wall is needed at certain times in our lives. But it's never meant to be there permanently. It's just there as a protection from something that we're going through that's really traumatic, that we're not equipped to handle at that time, like a 5-year-old and mommy and daddy are getting divorced. Heart wall, here we go, set up to protect that child so that they can move through that without getting too hurt from it. I'm not going to say they're not going to get hurt. A lot of children, when they go through stuff like that, they're wrecked, but they have a heart wall. And it's going to keep them blocked just to protect the heart, but they're not going to be able to expand and be abundant as they should be and come into their purpose. So Let me give you 5 symptoms that you have a heart wall. Low immune system, low energy, don't feel like you fit in, out of touch with your purpose in life. What am I supposed to be doing? What do I want to be when I grow up? I mean, you could be 60, 70 years old. You're still trying to figure it out. Foggy. You're just foggy about direction. A desensitized heart. That's someone that can see love come to them. They know that somebody is attracted to them, for example, but they're unable to feel what that feels like in return. Believe it. That's what a heart wall will do. Block that feeling. So that it generally leads, a person will get into a relationship. They're not really even sure why they're doing it. They kind of like this person, but they don't know why, because the feeling is blocked. Okay? Leads to codependency of something or someone, because the heart's closed. So they end up in troubled relationships, take abuse physically, sexually, emotionally. And I'm sure many of you have seen or heard, what the heck, why is so-and-so with that person? That's why. They have a heart wall and they don't realize it. Both of them do. And that's why they attracted each other. Same frequency, like attracts like. So they're at a very similar vibration to each other. You know, they probably went through similar traumatic things in life, so they attracted each other at the same frequency. Love communication becomes estranged. So a message is going to come from the heart to another person, but it may not be well received. And the reason for that is as it travels through the heart wall, now that's here. Okay, the heart wall is here, just outside of the heart. So as that feeling that you feel in here comes out, now it has to go through that heart wall. The receiver is going to feel that distorted. It's going to feel heavy. It's going to feel intense vibes. In other words, they heard something different than the vibration actually was sent out. And then lastly, you have lack of abundance in everything. Self-love. A lot of people don't like themselves, loathe themselves, not even happy anymore. Why am I here? This is awful. I hate this life. So a lot of people like that. Lack of abundance in money, finances, trustworthy friends, a happy creative job where you feel like this is awesome. I love my work. I'm so creative. This is great. A loving companion. They have yucky health. All of that. That wall. It blocks us from being in the flow of all that freedom, all that abundance. So when it is in the flow, to feel their life change, dreams, their aspirations, health, loves, job, everything comes right up. Circuits light right up like a Christmas tree. Woo! So that is a heart wall. So I hope that puts a little bit of light on this work. Susan, oh my goodness, you're here, baby girl. Did you feel like there was something going on in your body that you wanted me to work on, honey? I'm happy to do that. Let me know. You feeling pain anywhere? Anxiety or anxious? I'm trying to open this up a little bit. Let's see. I'm still here with you. Let me see if I can widen this thing. Here we go. Whoa. Okay, let's see. Get rid of that. Let's go here. There you are. Was there anything you wanted me to work on, Susan? To check in your system. I know that you recently reached out to me a few weeks ago and you were telling me some things that were going on. Anything that you want me to look into right now? See if there's anything we can find that trapped emotions might be triggering that. Let me know. I'm here if you are interested in that. My computer just kind of tipped over. I'm here to help you out. Let me know. I know you're here because I can see you, but Susan, can you hear me? came in and left already. Let's see. Let's see. Hello. Tune in, Susan, if you're here. I haven't. I know you're here, but I don't know. Maybe you stepped out. I was doing a lot of chatting and giving examples of things, and I didn't see you come in, so I apologize for that. But I know you've had a little bit of an upset, and I want to just help your system a little bit. If you're still here. If you're still here, Susan. Let's see if maybe you're over here. Okay. Oh, not there. I just thought maybe you might have sent me a message. So anyway, oh, that's too bad, Susan. I don't know where you are. I only have a few minutes left. I'll try this. Let's see. Oh, I guess she's gone. Okay. Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Susan? I just want to see if maybe we can get her back in here. See if we can get her back in here. Give her a quick call. Hi, baby girl.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm just sitting in the breakfast cafe.
All right. Well, I just saw that you tuned in to the show, and I was trying to get your attention. Did you want me to work on your system?
I just jumped in, but then I couldn't tell. It said it was live, yet it would let me go through, scroll through most of the way. So then I was like, well, she mustn't be live.
Oh, yeah, it's live. It says it in the top left corner if you're ever in doubt. Top left corner, it'll say it in red, live.
Yeah, it did say live, but I was getting a lot of things. So I must have jumped in the very end, huh? Because I didn't scroll to the end.
Oh, you didn't scroll to the end. Yeah, because I'm still in here. Okay. Well, I just wanted to call you real quick and see if you were still around, if you wanted me to do anything with your system. Because I know that, a few weeks ago you had mentioned you were in a little bit of pain. So I thought I would check to see if you had any trapped emotion there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been.
Okay.
My left knee, my right thumb.
Your left knee, your right thumb. Did you want me to look in or what?
Sure.
Left knee?
Left knee.
Okay, what's the pain level?
Today it's not bad. Today it's like a 4, but it has been 7, 8.
Okay. All right, so let me just do that. I mean, you don't, if you want to jump back in, you can, or you can stay on the phone with me. That's fine, because people are going to see me working on you anyway. So.
Cheryl, do my thumb. That pain is more.
Really? And where is it, left or right?
My right thumb is excruciating. Right now it's like 6, 7.
And how long have you had the pain?
Oh, months and months and months.
Oh my goodness, really?
Oh, in a brace, yeah.
And it's that pain every day? The right thumb? Okay. Well, let me just tune into your system and I'll see what I can come up with, okay? So right thumb is what we're going to work on. Right thumb, Susan. So I'm just going to take a minute to tune into your subconscious higher self lovingly, asking permission to connect with Susan. I'm asking my spirit team to come through from the higher realms of the heavens and 100% love like frequencies through my heart center and my subconscious higher self with discernment and knowledge through my DNA, cells, heart, subconscious higher self lovingly. As we continue, I'm asking permission to connect now to, with your help, Susan's subconscious higher self, lovingly connecting. Okay, so I'm using muscle testing here so that people can see when we know when we're connected. So I'm asking permission to connect to Susan's subconscious higher self, lovingly connecting. Connected is a yes. So that means we have connection. So I'm going to ask, just to be sure, I always do this, do we have baseline connection now to Susan? We do. All right, so what's going on with her right thumb? Is it an underlying root issue going on that we need to look for with the emotional body code? Is it trapped emotion? Yes, I'm getting a trapped emotion. So let's look for that and see where we can find it and how many. So this is the chart we're going to use, folks. So you can see this, okay? This is what we're going to use. So as we continue working on her system, I'm going to take a sip of water. Susan, do you have any water with you? Okay, great. Please drink as much as you can stand. And I'm going to start working on your thumb right now. Right thumb has trapped emotion there. Where are we going? Column A, column B. Going to column B. 3. Going to column 3. Confusion, defensiveness, grief. There's grief trapped there. Now, her subconscious sent us to B3. Okay, B3, and that's where we are right now, right here. So we're going to ask about these 5, okay, just so that you are aware of what I'm doing. I'm going to ask about these 5 because that's where her subconscious sent us. And it's going to tell us one of these is stuck there, creating pain, or it's an inherited trapped emotion if nothing shows up. So where are we going? And I found that it was grief, confusion, defensiveness, grief. And there's your yes. Okay, so what age did you pick this up? Let's see. Refresh my memory. Are you 60 years old? Okay. Okay, 62. Okay, so let's just see when she picked this up in her system. When was this created? So is it between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 15, 20, 15, 16, 17, 18 years of age? There's your yes to confirm that. Do we need more information? No. Let's release it. Setting the intention to release it now using my fingertips because they're magnetized, or a magnet, either one. I'll use a magnet first. So lovingly, let's release trapped emotion of grief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just like the number 5. I don't know. So let's just ask, have we successfully released grief from her? Yes, we have, from the thumb. Okay, let's keep going. She have more? Okay. About how many does she have in her thumb? Does she have more than 5? Does she have more than 10? Okay, so we're going to be a little bit busy, so let's keep going. Where are we going? Column A, column B. Go back to B. And we move the paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to B6 this time. You find it first. Again, we're going to ask of the B6, right here, we're going to ask these 5 so that we know what we're doing. Which one, if any? So is it pride, shame, shock, unworthy? Something in life made her feel unworthy and it's stuck. Is this prenatal, preconception? No. So this is something that she gravitated to in this lifetime. So let's just see when she picked this up. Between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 15, 20, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. Do we need more information here? No. So let's use my finger system this time. Lovingly releasing unworthy from her system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Have we successfully released it? Yes. So you can see that we are magnetized and we can use our fingertips as well. And magnets, whether it's your fingertips or a magnet, are very powerful carriers of intention. And that's the reason we use magnets. Okay. So have we successfully released it? Yes. Let's keep going. Column B, column A. We're going to A now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. B, A2. Okay, so A2. This is the A column right here, and we're going to number 2. Okay, and these are the 5 we're going to ask about. So let's see where we're going. A2. Worry, nervousness, disgust, despair, anxiety. Okay, anxiety. So when did you pick this up? Is this prenatal, preconception? No. Let's see when in life. between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 15, 20, 15, 16, 17, 18 years of age. Most of it was in her late teens, most of her stuff so far. Do we need more information here? No. Let's release it lovingly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Successfully released. Okay. Let's keep going. B, column A. I'm going to go a little bit faster where she's got so many there. Okay. 6, 5, 3. We're going to A3. Crying, discouragement, rejection, sadness. Picking up sadness here. Is this prenatal, preconception? No. Is this something she picked up between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 15, 20, 17? Okay. Need more information? Let's release 2, 3, 4, 5. Successful? Yes. Column B, column A. Go back to A. 5. We're going to 5. A5. Again, we're going here now. A column. Okay, this is the A column. And we're going to 5. So it would be these. Okay, and we're picking up this particular cell because it's in this column. So as we continue, A5, is it blaming, dread, fear, horror, irritated? Something was very irritating. Let's see what that was. Irritated. Is this prenatal, preconception? No. This is something she picked up between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 5 and 10. 10 years old, you picked this up. Need more information? Let's release it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Success. Okay, continue. Column B, column A. Still at the A's. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to 2. And anxiety, despair, disgust, nervousness. Let's see when she picked that up. It's prenatal, preconception. No. Is this something she picked up between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 12. Nervousness at 12. Do we need more information? No. Let's release it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Successfully released? Yes. Let's keep going. Column B, column A. 1, 2, 6. We're at 6. A6. Okay, so here's where we're going. A6 right here. Boom. Okay, and these are the 5 that we're going to ask about. So as we continue, humiliation, jealousy, longing, lust, overwhelm. Something overwhelmed her and got stuck there. And the only reason these things are in the body is because they were so overpowering. We couldn't process them, so they just stayed there. Okay? So overwhelm. Is this prenatal, preconception? Is this something she picked up between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 13. Need more information? Let's release it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Successful? Yeah. Column B, back to B. 5, we're going to 5. So B5 this time. All right, so B column. So you can see that. Okay, and these are the 5 that we're going to ask about right here. All right. So we continue. B5. So I'm going to just keep going now. I'm not going to keep stopping. So which one is it? Conflict, creative insecurity, terror, unsupported. Okay. Unsupport. This is prenatal, preconception. Is there something she picked up between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 50, 20, 10, 15, 5. 8 years old. More information. Let's release. 2, 3, 4. Successful. Yeah, we released it. Column B again. 6, 5. 1. We're going to 1. B1. I will stop one more time. B. B column over here. Okay. B's. And this is the column. Heart and small intestine brought them in. So where are we going? Is it vulnerability, overjoy, insecurity, heartache? Okay, let's see. Is this prenatal, preconception? Is this something that took place between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 12? Heartache at 12. New information was released. 4, successfully released? Yes. Have we successfully released all the trapped emotion caught in her right thumb? No, I'm still getting a no, so there's still more there. So let's keep going. And just so that you know, heartache could be anything. It doesn't necessarily mean it could be, at our home with our parents or our siblings. It could be something that took place when we were in school as children. Bullying, it could be a bully, could be a teacher that was not very nice, had her own junk going on in her trunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's continue. Column A, column B. 6, 5, 4, 3. We're going to B3 this time. Confusion, defensiveness, grief, self-abuse. And self-abuse isn't always something like cutting. Years ago, a lot of people were told self-abuse is, hurting yourself physically, hurting yourself, cutting, all that kind of crazy, stupid crap that we do. It can also be just taking a back seat and putting everybody else ahead of you. That's self-abuse. All right, just so you know, it's not always a physical thing. So again, that's what this is all about, to help people understand. So self-abuse, is this prenatal preconception? Is this something that took place between 60, 62, 50, 60, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 50, 20, 5, 6, 7, 8. Picked it up at age 8. Need more information? Let's release. 4, successfully released? Yes. Column B. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Failure, helpless, hopeless, lack of control of something, whatever it was in life at that moment in time. Is this prenatal preconception? Nope. Something in this lifetime. Is it something she picked up between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 15, 20, 15, 16, 17, 18. Need more information? Let's release. Okay, so let's see. Have we successfully released all the trapped emotion caught in her thumb? No. There's still more to release. Column B. No wonder it's hurting, and you've had it for months. So the longer we wait, the more keep piling up on it and getting thicker and thicker and thicker. Okay? So B, 6, 5, 4, 3. B3 again. Confusion, defensiveness, grief, self-abuse, stubbornness. Is this prenatal preconception? Is this something that took place between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 15, 20, 10, 15, 12. Okay. We need more information here. No, let's release it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Successful. Okay. Let's continue. Column A, column B one more time. 1, 2, 5. We're going to go to B5. B5, wishy-washy, unsupported, terror, creative insecurity. Is this prenatal preconception? Is this something she picked up between 60, 62, 50, 60, 40, 50, 30, 40, 20, 30, 15, 20, 15, 16, 17? Do we need more information here? No. Let's release it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Success. Have we successfully released all the trapped emotion from her right thumb? Yes, we have. Okay, so I'm going to take a sip of water with me. I'm going to take a sip. Let's just ask, have we successfully released all the trapped emotion that was caught in her right thumb, giving her all that pain? Yes. Okay, so, and there were no duplicates. So there were no layering. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 13 trapped emotions. And no layering. So
after the first release, I was heated, and I felt the release.
you did.
I did. I swear to God.
After the first 3. That's awesome. What do you?
The first one, Cheryl.
Oh, after the first one, even. Wow. The first one was probably strong then. That was grief. Yeah, that was probably strong. Somebody left you that caused you a tremendous amount of grief. Could have been a pet, could have been a family member, could have been a friend, but it could have been a thing. It could have been something in school that created an enormous amount of grief for you. So it's not just a passing. Okay, just so that people understand that and they're aware. So what would you say if you could gauge it on a scale of 1 to 10? What do you think the pain is? Has it dropped yet? It will within the hour if it hasn't yet.
Well, I think that it definitely dropped. I think it's more like a 4.
Okay, pain dropped to a 4. 4. Okay, so let me just ask, are there any other trapped emotions here that we need to release from her right thumb? No. Is there an underlying root issue that we need to look into with the body code that might be causing that? No. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Your body is recalibrating now and adjusting to what we just did. And that takes time. It's a process. Normally it takes a couple of days for it to fully adjust and recalibrate. So you'll be feeling it for the next day or two anyway. So take a lot of fluids, a lot of water. If you can, stay away from sugar, alcohol, and caffeine.
Okay.
Just for the next couple of days anyway. Stay away from that. And a lot of fluids, rest. And if you need to, Epsom salt baths or Epsom salt foot soaks, and watch something funny. If you do a foot soak, watch a funny movie. Oh my God, there's so many funny movies on, or a sitcom.
Yeah.
I personally like, this is, old school. I love Lucy. So when I'm doing a session on myself or have had my colleague that works on me, I will soak my feet and watch I Love Lucy because she was so mental and crazy and fun. It also helps to bring up your frequency. It's wonderful. It helps your nervous system to calm down and relax while you're soaking. That's what the Epsom salt does. Or you can take holy basil too if you're out of sorts. Same thing. All right. I am so grateful. I'm so happy that I could help you today. Thank you so much for stopping in.
Thank you.
All right, honey. I will talk to you again soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, folks. So you heard it here first. So her pain level in her thumb dropped from a 6-7, and she said it's been very painful for months. I mean, consistently painful. It's down to a 4. And it's only been like 30 minutes that we worked on her. So this is what we were doing. The emotion code, okay? We're just releasing trapped emotions. If it called for something deeper, then we would have used the other chart, like I showed you earlier, with the body code. We would have used that chart, and we would have gone deeper into her system to find what the underlying root issue was that was triggering that, okay? And again, this is what it looks like. And if it sends us somewhere else, every time we tap a button, it's going to show us a different area to go, a different topic, just so that you can see. There's a lot of information that we receive with this modality. It's wonderful. All right, everyone. I'm all done for today. I'm grateful that you guys all stopped in. If you have any questions, please leave a comment at the bottom. I'll leave you my email address, my website. Go to my testimonials page if you go to my website, and you can read testimonials from people that I've worked on, children and animals. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out anytime. I'm offering, again, I started this up again. I'm offering free body evaluations to people. If they want me to just scan their system, see what's going on with their body, if we can find something. It's kind of like what we did today with Susan. And I check 30 organs and glands, your electrolytes, check to see if you have a heart wall, and I check 4 areas that need to be really functioning at 100%. Your immune system, brain percent of messages actually reaching organs and glands, heart percent of messages actually reaching body tissue, and your light score. All right, everyone. I hope you have an awesome day. Take care. Again, you can look at my book as well. You can read an excerpt from it in my website. You can also order it from there as well. All right, everyone. I'll see you here again next Tuesday live for free samples for people that are on the fence. They don't really know where to go, and they're looking for some help and some understanding of what does holistic work mean and what is that all about. All right, everybody. Have an awesome day. Thank you for tuning in. Love and light coming your way. Keep smiling. See you next week. Watch for the magic.